Habike right here, and also GKB is also right here with us. So straight to our next conversation. In politics, moments of exit often say as much as moments of entry, revealing tensions that words sometimes fail to carry. That idea shaped reactions, trailing reports that the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, walked out of the All Progressives Congress APC screening exercise in Abuja without addressing journalists. Meanwhile, a former Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, said the survival of APC depends on conducting fair and credible primaries. Pantami, who is vying for the party's governorship ticket in Gombe State, has been a prominent voice against the reported consensus arrangement in the state, maintaining that only transparent, fair and independent primaries can preserve the party's legitimacy and internal cohesion. Okay, Mikhail, for the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, walking out of the screening exercise without addressing the journalists. He only said no comments. But what's your interpretation of this?
Well, I don't know what exactly transpired
inside.
But he left that place an unhappy man. I don't know what they said to him. It is people like SRJ, the secretary of the party, who can tell us what transpired. And they too have been tongue-tied on these issues. They are saying they are going to present their report. The screening committee will present a report. Fubara was not there on Saturday when they called those governors for screening. He was not around. The governor of Kwara too was not around, but everyone was interested in knowing what was the problem. Then they didn't see Fubara. And the chairman said, no, you cannot single out a man. Out of all, it's not the only person who was not available.
Exactly.
And he mentioned the example of the Kwara governor, whom I'm aware too has traveled for some time. So now the governor came back the next day, and people said he was only told to bow and go. I don't know, again, I don't know what that means, but I know that some people, especially people around Eastern Wike, have been saying that this governor 2 times promised that he will not go for a second term.
Oh.
Yes, when they were, all of those times when they were meeting to resolve things, that they even said he made that promise in the presence of the president. So why is he now trying to contest that he has said that he was not interested in second term? And one is also aware that Eastern Wike is also preparing someone else, yes, a minority leader, Chinda. Chinda has been his associate for long, and Chinda comes from his constituency. And Chinda is a member of the PDP, and he's now has been screened for an APC job. So the political situation in Rivers is very fluid. I like Fubara as a person. He's someone that I would like to see continue in his role. But I must admit that he didn't get his politics right. And the clear evidence that this problem will continue even after his first term, if he remains in office, is that the assembly, all of those assembly members have been cleared. Except, of course, the voters reject them. But they've been cleared. And we are hearing rumors that, okay, they are planning another impeachment, even if that was just a mere rumor.
Yes.
The fact that they've been cleared, and we are told that a few of the governor's allies were not cleared. The fact that they've been cleared means that if this governor is re-elected and those guys win
the re-election,
the House of Assembly elections, they will still, the animosity will be gone because they've not forgiven one another. I've never seen a set of politicians like this. As we speak now, they are complaining that this governor refused to bring a budget, come and present a budget before them.
Why? What's so difficult in doing that?
There are things you do sometimes just to allow peace to reign.
True.
I mean, every day we come to work, some people offend us. But we know that it makes no sense to pick up a fight unnecessarily. So some of those things you just
let go.
Let go. In politics, people must also learn to let go. It's an embarrassing situation that the crisis in Rivers State has not ended. If a president intervened like 4 times, you expect that that problem will be solved.
Over, yeah.
So both Wike and his boy, Fubara, they have issues. They have issues. Both of them are very difficult people. Do you know how many times we've had to discuss those guys, those gentlemen? No, they are not gentlemen. Do you know how many times we've discussed them here? I didn't know when gentlemen came out of my mouth. You know? Because they are not gentlemen. Gentlemen honor obligations. Gentlemen allow peace to reign. I've not seen any sign that either of Fubara or Yisom Ezenwo-Wike wants peace to reign. Everyone is just holding on to his position. But you have to find a way to meet in the middle.
You have to live together.
Yes. You must try to accommodate one another, accommodate each other's differences. But I wish them Godspeed.
All right, then. Now, the other side of this conversation, the former Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Isaac Mantambi, also in an interview said some things. But why do you think he publicly stressed on fairness and credibility? I mean, is that something we don't know?
A lot of people don't want consensus. The rules guiding consensus is so exact that it will be almost impossible to meet. Because the person that is conceding must first say he has agreed in writing.
Okay.
And in politics, if you know what that will extract from whoever is the candidate, it's going to, some of them cannot be paid over the period of 4 years. So a lot of politicians have made up their mind that they are hanging for primaries. Because you and I know that most of the people that were chosen either have issues at home or people think they cannot really win the general elections. It's all over. Even in Oyo, most of the candidates are asking that despite the fact that they said some people have been endorsed, that everybody should go and test their popularity during the primaries. And that obviously, so that's what Patami is saying. If the governor or the party leaders decided that they want Mr. A, and you think you are in a better position than Mr. A to win the general election, go for it. If I know politicians who they were telling me that President Tinubu will not be president today, if he had agreed to consensus candidates, that because he insisted on primaries, that's why he's president today. So they want the same privilege that he had. Told me to my face that this is what got the president to office. So they don't mind that they will lose. They just want to go out there and try their luck. So either it's Patami in Gombe or Adelabu in Oyo or another person in Ogun. People just want to go out there
and test the
waters, which to me is fundamental. Because the danger of the consensus candidates is the fact that he owes his loyalty only to the structure.
Okay.
But now he too have to create his own structure upon which to win the primaries before moving on to general election. So that's what people are saying. I agree with him totally. Let everybody go to the field and test their ability.
BKO, Isaac Mantambi is actually stressing. What do you make of, his comments there? Is there something we don't know?
You see, I agree with him. I may not agree with some of his actions and idiosyncrasies. But I agree with him that the APC must handle this consensus and primaries matter in the right way. Otherwise, the blowback will be embarrassing for the party. One thing the Electoral Act has done is the jumpology. It has helped to reduce the jumpology that some people have come to be associated with. You know now that once you do a primary somewhere, you can't go back to another party to do primary. That one is not going to happen. The door has been shut against such people. But you cannot shut the gate against people who feel aggrieved that you did not allow the process to be competitive, and that you simply use the opposition to determine who will be who will get what. So Pantami is right there, because you can't shut those who will work against the party because they feel aggrieved. You cannot shut the door against them. You can't stop them from working against the party. And it can have serious consequences. So in everything, you must ensure that you are carrying people along. Okay. I know, for example, at Adamawa State, APC has a good chance to do very well in Adamawa State. They have the sitting governor. They have the NSA.
Yes.
Yeah. The sitting governor joined the party, so it makes the party stronger. ADC in Adamawa State has also faced all kinds of ruptures. Okay. You have people like Elisha Abo, who is very strong at the grassroots. He has already left the party. Aisha Binani, who lost the governorship election. The face of the party. Aisha Binani too has left the ADC. They have their crisis with people like David Babashir Lawal with the Atiku group and all that. So they've left. So it opens the door for APC to do well in the state. But the APC also has its own problems. The sitting governor has chosen now to say, okay, I'm bringing, rather than bring somebody from his own old party, he said, for the governorship seat, I'm bringing Mustafa, the chairman Northeast, vice chairman Northeast of APC. Okay. I'm bringing him as my candidate, which is unusual. A governor who is coming to your party will rather
bring someone from his own,
because he's in a position of strength. He's the one who has the assembly member. Yes. He has the federal lawmakers. You know, so this is what he brought to the table. So naturally, it should have the right of first refusal.
Yes.
By saying this is who I want, but in saying that, there are other people who are saying no. It's a different person that we want. And some of those big people, I don't want to mention their names here, but they are big in the party. But they are saying, no, we need someone else. So that has created a problem that if they do not try to deal with, the opportunity that they think they have to do well in Adamawa State, they will fritter it. So you have to find a way to get everybody, you know, jumping in, working together, not working against one another. That's the only way. It's just an example.
All right, gentlemen, we need to go on another quick break. And when we